What's up, guys? Yes, Hamid. How's it going? Just on my daily walk, getting them steps in. Thought I'd do a little live for Team SA official. If you've got any questions for me, just drop them on the drop them here. What about heavy? Heavy's a tough one, man. We started that idea so long ago that I'm not sure it's ever going to get finished, to be fair. I'm not sure if it's ever going to be released. I see everyone, that's like the most asked question, if it's ever going to get released. And I'm not sure that's the answer. Never know. Who knows? What's up, Chris? What's up, Angelo? Leonardo? New music on Size soon? Yeah, of course, man. You know, I've always been releasing music on Size, so that's always going to be a thing. Steve's always been the one to support me and release me music, so I'm always going to release music there, you know that. New folder, your last track is just fire. Thank you. I'm trying to switch it up a bit. I'm trying to do a bit of everything. You see, I'm trying to do club tracks, festival tracks, everything. Take a look at the view right now. Let me switch it. Tell us about your latest track with Spider and how you got to make the track. Well, basically, I had this idea that I was sitting on for a while, and I shown it to Nicky Romero, and the label loved it. So, yeah, I reached out trying to get some vocals, and the guys at Protocol set up the collab with Spider, and you know, he's a sick MC, sick lyricist, and like, yeah, we made it work, and it's a sick track. Took a while to finish, but we got there in the end. How long did it take you to DJ? If you mean DJing, I mean, DJing didn't take me long to learn. I started producing first. DJing took me about maybe like a year to get good, but I've been doing it now for about maybe like, I don't know, 6 years, I think. Yeah. So 6 years I've been DJing, and I've been making music for about 10, maybe 9-10 years now. Hey, one of my favourite artists. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I appreciate all the support and all the love. Thanks, Hamid, bro. Corey, which song made your career take off? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, as an artist, you're always trying to get even better than you have been. So when you say take off, I still don't feel like I've took off yet. I've just got to keep making the tunes and keep trying to get even further, do better. Yo, Marcel, how's it going, bro? You have some news from Steve. Is he fine? I mean, with Axwell and Grosso, they just disappear. I honestly think that the Swedes are just locked in the studio right now making some tunes. I think they've been in the studio for a while. I speak to Steve every now and then, and he's good. Play a bit of Xbox. It's always fun. Thank you for the Nothing Scares Me Anymore remix. My pleasure. What a track it was already, so to be able to remix it was just a pleasure. When is your Vegas residency? Well, I don't know. Hopefully as soon as this coronavirus is gone, I'll be in the US. I haven't actually done a tour in the US yet, so it's going to be interesting. Do you mix and master all your tracks yourself? Yeah, the majority of them I mix and master. I mean, sometimes I use Wired masters in London. I mean, Kev at Wired is always... majority of the size tracks that I release, Kev always has the final mix and master. So, that guy is sick. I'd recommend him, but if I don't use him, I always do it myself. Answer my WhatsApp. Mate, I'm so sorry. I'm the worst person to reply to WhatsApps and messages. This lockdown has just had me in the studio making music. Do I have new information about Swedish House Mafia? I know as much as you guys. Swedish House Mafia like to keep themselves to themselves, and I think that's why they're so special. Say hi to Steve from us. I will, for sure. I mean, you know Steve, he's probably checking in, he's probably watching this stuff. I love you, Corey. Your songs are amazing. Thank you for your art. Thank you for listening. Without you guys, it would be pointless. Hello from Russia. I've never actually played in Russia. I wanna come to Russia. It's definitely on the list. When are you coming to Portugal? Well, it's hard to say at the moment, guys, because of the whole thing going on, you know. Hopefully, as soon as this stuff is over, I can fly out. I can't wait to get back on the road. I'm ready. How do you start a song, melody and bass line? How do I start a song? To be honest, when I start a song, I just go with the vibe. I try and create an atmosphere first. So sometimes it can be chords, sometimes it can be the drop, sometimes it can be a vocal, you know. Music software, yeah, I use Logic. Tomorrowland, yeah, I mean, Tomorrowland always support me tracks in the playlists, and you know, I've had a lot of tracks dropped on the main stage at Tomorrowland, so I hope one day we get there. First gig in Liverpool. As soon as this lockdown's over, I'll be throwing a party in Liverpool for sure. Who's your biggest inspiration in music? You know, biggest inspiration is obviously Steve and the guys, Axwell, Seb, and but right now I'm really liking what Camel Fat are doing. Camel Fat are from Liverpool, and just to see them do so well, I'm loving their stuff, and they really do inspire me, you know. Any advice about networking with other producers and to know them? The best thing I would say is connect with artists on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you use. Just make music, send it to guys that you trust, send it to guys that you listen to what people have got to say about the music. How do you stay productive? Well, it's tough. Sometimes you need a break, you know, like this lockdown, I've been in the studio non-stop, and then sometimes you just need that break. So I haven't been in the studio now for I think about a week or two, and I'm just taking some time off with family and doing the right things to keep mentally straight, and then I'll be back in the studio this week finishing up some new tracks. Favorite song right now? That's a tough one. Like I said, I like a lot of stuff the Camel Fat are doing. The Camel Fat Art Bat track, I love that. Camel Fat or Blue though, yeah, that's the only bad thing. I'm a red, so you know. How to mix your drums? I feel like the most important thing is trying to clear out the low end. Always clear out the low end. You know, you only need a kick and a sub, kick and a bass, and then all the other drums need to be on top of them. Any Will K collabs again in the future? For sure. We've actually been speaking about it, but at the moment we've just took a different direction in terms of music, but we'll definitely be working on something soon. Long kick and a short sub, or the other way around. It all depends on the track, man. It all depends on the track. Different tracks, you need different kick drums, different sub basses. Do you have a US tour planned? Not at the moment, no. But, I mean, I will be there. Have you finished the track with Steve? Yeah, I've finished. We've got one finished. I'm not sure whether or when it will be released, but we've got something finished, yeah. Man, I love your music. Keep going. Thank you. I appreciate that. And the only reason I do keep going is because of support from guys like yourself. I want to know what everyone is up to. The signal's not the best at the moment. For some reason, I've only got one bar. It's probably because I'm on my walk at the moment. Quarantine walk. I guess it's Steve who totally decides when it's going to be released. Yeah, I mean, certain tracks deserve to be released at certain times. So, you know, we'll wait. I mean, at the moment, it's a tough time for anyone to be releasing music because we can't play it out. And to play it out, that's when you get the reaction, and that's when you know you need to make certain changes. And it's tough at the moment with not being able to play live shows. New collabs with Third Party or Dimitri Vangelis and Wyman. Yeah, I mean, I just released a single, The Light, on Third Party's released Deep label. So I actually started a collab with Third Party as well. We've been working on it for maybe like a year and a half maybe. So we'll see if it ever gets finished. That's the thing with music, you know. I don't work on these tracks just to throw them away. I work on them to release them, but sometimes it's just tough with timing and labels and the schedule and etc. How big is your song library? Well, I've got like hard drives full of tracks that I just throw on there and forget about, you know. So I've got a lot of music. When did you realise you could be a DJ producer? I think if you want something, you've just got to go out and get it. Go for it. So, yeah. You've just got to, if you believe in it that much, you've just got to keep going. Believe in yourself. Don't make something make you realise you've just got to go for it. When will we see you in Romania? That's a good question. That is a good question. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd be there now. Favourite brand of DJ mixers? I like Pioneer. Myself, but I've checked out the Denon as well. Denon is cool, but I do like Pioneer. How do you process your drums? To be honest, drums is always EQ, compression, saturation, and sometimes just imaging, stereo, like, so you need to make sure they're panned. What was the most challenging song you produced? I'd say maybe Somewhere in My Heart, just because it's took so long for us to get the vocal. You know, we have to make every track I've got to make sure is right, and sometimes it takes longer than you expect. Your honest opinion, what do you think about Team SA? I love it, man. I love it because without the support and someone pushing, you know, artists, that's what artists need at the end of the day. They need fans, they need the support, so it's very important. Top non-electronic music artists you want to work with? I like a lot of hip hop. So I think I'd like to do a track with, I don't know, some hip hop artists, even UK artists. I like a lot of UK hip hop, UK rap. Maybe a collab with Matisse and Psycho. Matisse and Psycho is sick. What about the ID you posted with Instagram with some Matrix dude walking? That's a new track. That's a collaboration with George and Sanchez. It's like a tech house style, but still my sound. Just trying to find a label at the moment. Any plans for uploading a new masterclass? Yeah, I will be. I'll be doing some breakdowns of tracks that I'm working on at the moment, maybe. Or even tracks, if you want any tracks that I can break down, let me know. You can always, drop me a message on Instagram and stuff, and I'll try and see if I can do it. Is there a lot of politics with releasing a track with a record label? Of course. The music industry is a very political business. It's all about clicks. Do you use only Diva or other analog synths? No, I use everything, man. I use Diva, Silent, Massive, all the ones that people suggest I use. I use everything, man. I use all Logic as well. I use Logic Zone. Another Storm with Third Party is my favourite track. Future collaboration with Third Party. Yeah, I answered that question before. We are working on something, or we have worked on something, so hopefully in the near future, we'll get something out together. Have you ever reached out to Martin Garrix? What does he think about your music? I've spoke to Martin on email a few times. I wouldn't say we're best friends, but I've spoken to him a few times, and he likes a few tracks that I've made. But yeah, any more questions, guys? Because I'm just on the walk at the moment. What food or restaurant do you miss the most because of lockdown? You know what? I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but I love Subway. A little sandwich, you can't beat it. I love Subway, but luckily the Subway in my hometown has opened recently, so I had to order one the other day. I love a good Subway. How did you approach at the very beginning with Steve Angelo? Well, it's a weird story, to be honest. I'm sure a few people have heard it, but I basically missed out a sold out show in Liverpool and dropped him a message on Twitter because he followed me a while back, because I used to be one of them guys on Twitter always tweeting about Swedish House Mafia and Steve, and then one day he followed me and I missed out a show that got sold out, and I dropped him a message, and luckily Steve was able to sort it. So I went to the show and I was standing in the crowd, and God knows how, but he noticed me in the crowd and pulled me up onto the stage. And when he pulled me up, from that moment really we just stayed in touch. And then obviously now it's just got to where we are. It went from a stage where we were just like, I was basically just like, a fan, a supporter, and now I'd like to think it is of friends. You know what I mean? We speak quite often. Signed to his label. I do a lot of stuff for the label. So yeah. Bro, have you tested the steak and cheese at Subway? I actually tried it the other day. I wasn't too sold on the idea at first. I was a chicken and bacon guy, but I tried the steak and cheese the other day. It's actually nice. I like it. So you're a big fan of Liverpool. Take some time to support football. Yeah, I love Liverpool, man. I'm so trusted to be the only year where we get where we are, and then this whole thing, it's typical. But we'll get there. We'll lift it. Any plans for the Steve Angelo collab? Yeah, I think so. I think it'll come out one day. Or if not, we'll work on something new in the future anyway. What is your best advice for new beginners? I think the best advice would be work hard, try new shit, try new sounds that not many people are doing, and that's how you get far. Have you been in Miami when Swedish House Mafia come back? Yeah, I was backstage when they done the Ultra show. That was crazy. Miami is just crazy as it is. So when Swedish House Mafia come back to town for the first time in a while, it's always pretty special. How did you like in nightclub when you went to watch Steve? Win was sick, very sick. Vegas is just crazy anyway, so being there with Steve and seeing his residency and stuff was pretty surreal, to be honest. We had fun, we had a party. How many years have I been making music? About 9, maybe 10 years now, maybe, close. Regular Warzone or Plunder. I like to start off with a game or two of Plunder just to get warmed up, and then straight in. When we see a collab with Still Young, I actually started the idea with Still Young a while back, but yeah, I don't know what happened to it, to be honest. I got lost, but I'll check in with the guys and see what we can do. What do you think about the sound Guetta and Morton are currently making? I like it, man. Obviously, I'm a fan of that stuff, you know what I mean? I like Morton's style, I like Guetta's style. And, you know, it's kind of my sound as well. I can do that stuff. Right, guys, I want to say thank you for everyone checking in. And I'll just show you again. This is where I like to come every now and then to get a bit of peace and a walk, taking some inspiration. I just want to say thank you for all tuning in and hitting me with questions. And if you ever have any questions that I didn't answer on the stream, don't be afraid to hit me up on I'm Corey James on Instagram, and I'll try and answer any questions if I didn't get to you this time. And yeah, I hope you're all well and safe in this pandemic, and we'll get through it and come out stronger. And I hope to see you in a nightclub or a festival very soon. And I appreciate everyone supporting the music, sharing the music, you know, buying the music, streaming the music, and that's the thing that keeps me going, so I appreciate that. And take care, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.